co-founder of the computing giant Apple, Steve Jobs, has resigned as the company's chief executive with immediate effect. The 55-year-old co-founder of the company has been on medical leave since January of this year, having survived pancreatic cancer. And earlier, I spoke with our correspondent David Willis in Washington, and I asked him if this resignation of Mr. Jobs came as a surprise.
It did come as a surprise to a lot of people, and even though we knew that Steve Jobs had been unwell for some time, he's been actually off on medical leave since January of this year. He re-emerged briefly to attend a Silicon Valley convention with Barack Obama in March, but otherwise he's been off on sick leave. And this evening, just a short while ago, we got this statement saying, "I've always said if there ever came a day when I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple's CEO, I'd be the first to let you know." Unfortunately, that day has come. Now, Steve Jobs, in that statement, with a view, no doubt, to reassuring people who may be uncertain about Apple's future, goes on to say, "I believe Apple's brightest and most innovative days are ahead of it, and I look forward to watching and contributing to its success in a new role." Now, he is recommending that the board appoint Tim Cook, the man who's been holding the fort in his absence, to the role of CEO, and Steve Jobs himself will become chairman of the board of directors. But of course his hands-on role on a daily basis does appear to be over.
David, what do we know about Tim Cook, who was previously the chief operating officer of Apple?
Well, that's right. Yes, exactly. He's the man who will be most likely filling the shoes, and what very big shoes they are indeed, that Steve Jobs has created. This is the man, Steve Jobs I'm talking about, who created the Macintosh computer, the iPod, the iPhone, and indeed Apple, in an attempt, I think, to assuage fears, not least market fears, is saying that the new iPad, a new iPhone may well be released next month, and it's very much business as usual. But of course there will be questions now about what Apple's future will be, given that the big innovator, the man who founded this company, this huge company, is out of the picture.
Good morning.
Complete with his trademark turtleneck sweater, Steve Jobs has been the public face of Apple, as well as its technological mastermind.
We've been working on this product for a while, and I just didn't want to miss today, so thank you.
But after his last public appearance back in March, there was probably as much attention paid to the state of his health as there was to the launch of the new iPad. From the iMac computer to the iPod, iPhone and the iPad, which created the market for tablet computers, Steve Jobs has turned Apple into one of the most powerful companies in the world. But after a cancer scare, a liver transplant and an indefinite period of medical leave, it appears he's no longer well enough to remain at the helm. The news that he's standing down has nonetheless come as a shock to many.
He set the standard, so hopefully people will honor what he started and continue to make great products and only improve on them.
I think that he's the face of Apple, and so it would affect as maybe a spokesperson, but as for the products, I think that they're very innovative and people usually buy them for the style.
Steve Jobs was credited with knowing what the consumers wanted even before they did. It will now be up to his nominated successor, Tim Cook, to prove that the company still has the dynamism and innovation to remain a leading force in computer technology. David Willis, BBC News, Washington.